If we could have our volunteer judges and scorekeepers up to the stage, we're going to get started here in 5 minutes. Where'd my Orca boys go? There.
Hayır. Arkadaş.
You guys are up at 4:30. 30 All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. If I could have your attention, please. We are about to get started with the finals of the Academic Drone Soccer World Cup. This is a tri-nation tournament represented by the USA team, Colorado Skies Academy top drone from Denver, Colorado, followed by our team, Puerto Rico, and Alaska Drone Soccer, and Team Turkey, all the way from Istanbul, competing today in this tri-nation tournament. So they played training and preliminary rounds yesterday, making sure all the equipment was good to go, getting some practice in. But today is the day that counts. So this is a round robin. The way this is going to work is every nation will play every other nation once, and we will calculate the rankings based on matches won, sets won, and then finally score as a tiebreaker. At the end of this round robin, the top 2 teams will play a championship match to determine our final champion. But with us today, we have some very special students from Denver, Colorado, who were formerly the USA team at a World Championship in Korea, who finished 2nd place at the Drone Soccer World Cup last year in San Diego. These students have now all graduated and gone on to college, and so they represent the first semi-pro drone soccer team, many of them mentoring and coaching many of our middle and high school teams. So because we want all of you to be able to fly against the best, in between every round robin match between two countries, that third country will play against the pro team. Although they're a little good, they've been playing for a while, so we'll be playing against them 5 against 2 to see if your students can beat the best striker and keeper, second best strikers and keepers in the world. They never could manage to beat Korea, but I don't think anybody can beat Korea at this point. So let's talk a little bit about drone soccer. Drone soccer is a flying robotics sport. It was invented in South Korea and has spread around the globe. There are currently hundreds of programs here in the U.S. and this is a 5-on-5 full contact match. These drones have protective cages around them. They are designed for collisions. And these students are flying what we call line of sight. So there are no cameras. They are watching their drone and flying in real time. And these are dumb drones. These students built them out of parts. They learned to program them. They have customized them. But there is no autopilot. There is no altitude control. This is pure hand flying. It's very, very difficult, especially when you have 5 drones on the other team trying to beat you into submission. So we have 10 drones flying at a time here, and it's difficult visually to see what's happening. On each team there is a striker. The striker is marked with green lights and or green flags. So if you want to cheer for your nation of choice, watch their striker with the green flags as it flies to attack the enemy goal. Everybody else on the opposing team is trying to block that drone from scoring. Now the same thing is happening over here as their striker is attacking the opposing side, trying to get through their defense and score. So what this becomes is a race to score as many points as you can, as fast as you can. And it's often a neck and neck, back and forth, where they'll get 1 point, they'll get 1 point, they'll get 2, they'll get 2. So the name of the game on defense is to slow the opposing team down and let your team pull ahead. Each match is a best out of 3 contest made up of 3 sets. Each set is 3 minutes long, so they play 3 3-minute periods to see who wins the best of 3. There are a couple of rules to know. So the drones can only pass through the goals one way. These are one-way streets. And if they come through the goal backwards and stop the striker, that's a penalty. So if the defender gets knocked through the goal, they have to go out and around to get back in front and be ready to defend again. And then the other thing is that striker that scores is now offsides. They have to completely clear back to the defensive zone before they can attack again. So I want you to visualize a high talented pilot can fly through that goal, get back to their side, and fly through the goal again in about 5 seconds, unless there's a defender in the way to stop them. So very fast paced. Keep your eyes on those green strikers. You say, what happens if that striker gets damaged and it can't fly? If the striker is knocked out of the competition, the forward, which has red flags, is the backup. They can tag that drone on the ground, and then they can take over scoring for their team. If they lose both the striker and the forward, they can't score any more goals for the remainder of time. If a defender gets knocked out, they're just on the ground and that team is short-handed. Ooh, the rest of the time. We're just going to tighten this before I knock it over. Alright, so basically it's up to these teams to keep their drones repaired and flying the entire competition so they can keep as many drones in the air as possible, but they do take a lot of battle damage. And so these teams are working hard, both flying and in between during their repair periods to get everything fixed. So with that, we have our first 2 teams of the day. We have all the way from the mighty island of Puerto Rico, the Alaska soccer team. And we'll be going up against our USA team from Denver, Colorado. So give it up for these young students who work very hard. We're going to get these drills going in, and then we'll be ready to go. So And up here on stage, we have our volunteers from the Aerospace Association of Michigan, Drone Pros, and the Drone Training School. So a round of applause for our judges for helping us out. All right. We come down and get ready for some scorekeeping.
If you're taking video, then I'm not going to.
Yeah, I'm taking video.
All right, teams, let's get our drones in the arena. Get our drones in, and we'll start set number 1 of our first
Well, your husband now, but when he
match
goes
of
up
the
there,
day.
we need
USA versus Puerto Rico. So our referees are in there. They're going to tell our pilots to make sure your glasses are on and radios are on. And then they're going to plug in each of those drones and double check that they're functioning. Now these teams can all bring spares up to the stage, and if one drone is not working, they can quickly swap in a spare. Just like in the real aviation industry. So this event is sponsored by many organizations, including the Aerospace Industry Association of Michigan. And we'll try to call out our sponsors through the evening. Joining us, the Orca guys still here. Joining us are the manufacturer of these drones, Orca. I'm representing Orca today. They are one of the only manufacturers of FPV and other small UAS components outside of China. Completely China-free supply chain. They have made all
This is streaming the whole.
That's you?
Yes, I'm
and they also have flight simulators on Steam. If you look up FPV Skynet, you can practice flying FPV racing drones. And very soon we will have a drone soccer simulator that we can publish out so that students all over the world can practice and compete against each other in virtual drone soccer. Obviously, travel is a big challenge right now coming into the USA with deportations and challenges for school. So our 16 teams that were going to join, we ended up with only 4 teams that could make it, given some of the chaos in travel. But aviation makes the world a smaller place, and we're grateful for our teams that come from all over the world today. And this first ever exhibition in Florida, the Fun Airshow. All right, it looks like our teams are ready, the referees are out, so we're going to start set number 1 of USA versus Puerto Rico. 3 minutes is on the clock. Pilots, arm your drones. 3, 2, 1, fly. So as you're watching, keep your eyes on the drones with the green flags for each team. USA is in orange and blue, Puerto Rico in blue and yellow. When they score, oh, we have a striker down and CSA is trying to tag their drone. All right, so the forward for Puerto Rico looks like they took over with the red flags trying to score for their team.
Goal!
Oh, we have our first goal for USA. Now you see our judges are raising the red flags on the
Goal!
There's the second one yet for CSA. And they will hold the flag up until that drum flies back to their defensive side of the arena, at which point they can attack again. So if the flag is still up,
Get in there!
the goal will not count. They have to clear the zone. USA off to an early lead here, 2-0 with 1 minute down, 2 minutes remaining on our first set. As Puerto Rico forward trying to fight through a relentless defense and put some points on the board for their team. That is a disappointing loss of their striker, which unfortunately means Puerto Rico is now shorthanded as they cover on defense with only 3 drums. There's a third goal on the board for Puerto Rico. Striker for CSA gets in for his 6th goal. Puerto Rico shorthanded, trying to battle through a relentless defense of 4 drones now. Who need to double up, using their forward instead of blocking to come back and cover defense now. 1 minute remaining. 7-0. Oh, sorry, 9-0. 1 minute left. 10. Puerto Rico defense has to get back in position. It's a shooting gallery as they're out with their goal undefended. 45 seconds remaining. It is 12-0 now. Big hit there on this USA striker rolling around on the ground. Excellent defense there, doing everything they can. Puerto Rico is on the board now with 1. Looking forward, fighting valiantly. Can they get through again? "15 seconds remaining." Now remember, the score is not official until we hear from our judges. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's our first set. Adrenaline is down and disarmed. Puerto Rico battling through a very, very tough USA defense. Lost their striker in the first minute, which meant that they were short-handed and at a disadvantage very quickly into the set, which is disappointing. All right, final score is USA 18, Puerto Rico 2 for set number 1. So we're going to give these teams a repair period of about 3 minutes to fix everything that just broken propellers. These cages are zip tied together, so broken zip ties. You got to get new batteries in and secure them in about 3 minutes time. So we want our teams to stay on the stage, do their repairs, get their new batteries in. Yep. Stay on the stage and do their repairs. Alright, Puerto Rico troubleshooting that striker, making sure that it is working and able to fly this time around. Looks like they might have had a radio power issue. So lost control of that striker when the radio was inadvertently turned off. Which is costly to this level of competition, but Puerto Rico's been doing great so far. Now, obviously, you can see how fast the USA striker was able to score. forgot to get the countdown on the clock, but I think they have about 2 minutes remaining on their repair interval. So we want to thank some of our sponsors, RFK Associates, real estate drone photography here in Florida. If you need some aerial photography for your business or real estate. And also FTISS with Internet and AV solutions here helping us get some good video and pictures of the kids. If you're interested in getting your hands on some drones, Grayline X, also known as the Drone Pros, can set you up with whatever drone technology needs you might have. They're located here in Tampa. And that's little resource partners out of Denver. That's how we ship out drone products to schools and classrooms all over the country. One more big thank you to Iona University out of upstate New York for their sponsorship, getting programs started in New York City. And also to the Aerospace Center of Excellence here at Sun Fun for hosting this event. Now, if there's those of you in the back that are like, what is drone software? Maybe you just walk up. This is a flying robotics competition. These students have to build, program, and learn to fly these drones as a team. Now, Crew Concepts is a sponsor of this event as well. And what we've done is put together professional aviation training programs using these drones. So it may not seem like it, but they are learning to build these drones just like real aircraft maintenance technicians. They're using a maintenance manual that's in line with the FAA. And they're also learning to use pilot checklists just like professional pilots do. So if you want to bring this program to your school or hometown, get some workforce development going, this is a great way to bring drones and aviation to young students until they are old enough to get their pilot's license or maintenance technician training. Looks like CSA is in. There's 50 seconds left for Puerto Rico. Let's go ahead and get our drones back in. You guys have your drones to get them back in? Oh, they're all there. Great. All right, Puerto Rico's ready. Let's get our drones back in for set number 2. Now, this is a best of 3 contest. So the best 2 out of 3 will conclude the first match. Puerto Rico there had an unfortunate loss of that striker and fell behind early in the set and just couldn't recover. The loss of that striker allowed the USA team to pull back their forward drone. Instead of blocking for their striker, they pulled that forward back to defense, which means it was 4-on-1 on the defensive side of the field. Those are tough odds for a drone pilot. Immediately following this set, we will have Team Turkey flying against our professional team in a demonstration match. We want to get these kids to fly as much as they can, but these professional drone pilots from Denver are very good, so they will be going short-handed. It will be a 5 against 2 to see if Turkey can beat the best striker and goalkeeper from the pro team.
Ayrıca biz morlularla oynuyormuşuz. Onlar Amerika'nın en iyileriymiş. O yüzden
All right, it looks like our team's doing a referee around. All right, let's get the glasses on. Let's get 3 minutes back on the clock here. All right. Pilots, arm your drones. USA versus Puerto Rico, set number 2. 3, 2, 1, fly. USA starting with a quick goal, tumble. Off the ground. Oh, they get a first goal on the board. That's 2 quick goals now for USA. That's 3. USA's team 4. 30 seconds in, USA.
Drone specialist. Mr. Drone specialist.
Puerto Rico strikers trying to find their way through.
Battery Depot. Team Curacao coming. Team Curaçao's coming. Yes, sir.
So it's 9-0 now. 1 minute into the set with 2 minutes remaining. Puerto Rico's got to get in position in front of their goal. Leaving it open for the USA striker. Fly through and put some points in the board. There's a good hit. That's more good hit.
No, America won the first one. It was 18-2.
15-0 now. With a minute play remaining. Puerto Rico strikers at the goal. So close to getting through. This USA team is relentlessly pounding that striker as they take a big tumble to the floor. One minute remaining. Puerto Rico gets their first goal with 1 minute left. That's 19-1. The USA striker has managed to continue battling through. Making some good hits from the defense. Now this USA team is one of the best middle school teams in the country, going up against college students in the Colorado tournament just a few weeks ago. 20 seconds remaining. Three, two, one. Puerto Rico gets a goal right at the end of that set. All right, we're going to get the official count from the judges. Turkey and protein. You can go ahead and get your place at the table. These two? All right. All right, final score from the judges is 27-2. Big round of applause for USA and Puerto Rico. And the USA team has had tons of games all season long. They started out all new this year, but they were able to play every month against some of the best teams in Colorado. And actually were the surprise of the Colorado State tournament a few weeks ago at CSU, Porto. And so they're here today representing their country. And they've grown incrementally. Of course, the Puerto Rico team has had a lot of competitions being alone on the island out there. So this is their actual first tournament that they've been able to compete in with this team of students. All right, now to keep things interesting during this Tri-Nation tournament, we have our pro team, a bunch of college students from Denver, Colorado. They've been playing drone soccer for at least 5 years, they're going to go up against each of these teams. Now, these interim matches do not count. This is against the bye team. But it's just going to go up against the best. We did want to even the playing field, though. So we're going to have five teams flying for Turkey against 2 pro pilots from Denver, Colorado. So we have 1 striker and 1 keeper. And we're going to see if they can hold off this Turkish team 5 against 2. As you can see on the screen here, we have the Orca drone soccer simulator that will be coming out soon. We have a preview video that was just put out online, but pretty soon these students will be able to practice as much as they want. FPV Skydive Simulator on Steam is free. It is also the most popular drone simulator on Steam with 1 million public users. All right, let's go ahead and get our pro team in. Let's get our Turkey team in. Make sure your radios are on. Radios. Okay. Alright, so this is an exhibition match. Turkey versus our pro team. This pro team is sponsored by Crew Concepts. Many of them are interns helping us with programs in Colorado. You guys have some flags on it? Good. We're going to brag on these pro students just a little bit. So flying for this round of 5-on-2, we have our striker, Jonathan Villalobos, and he'll be striking for the Voyagers pro team. Backed up by the keeper, Michaela Goller, who's a student now at Arizona State University, came in for this event. Michaela was also a FAA qualified pilot at the age of 15 in gliders, and I think she got her private pilot's license maybe 17? 16, 17? Yes, 17 years old, got a professional pilot's license. So very cool. We're in, we're locked and loaded. We're going to get set number 1 of Turkey versus the Voyagers pro team. The Let's get our glasses on. Glasses on here. Right there. Glasses. All right, pilots, arm your drones. 3, 2, 1, fly. Our clock is 9. Did I miss any goals? No. Well, the Blazers are on the board first. Their striker is down over here. Are they going to tag up? Oh, back in the air. Can you forward fly? Oh, he's in the air. Striker's back in the air for Turkey. Taking a run at the goal. Big block from the keeper. Big block from Turkey against the striker, sending it flying as it rolls on the ground. Back on the attack, a minute and 45 seconds. Oh, they get, how many is that? 2? Is that 2? That's 3? How many goals? Oh, 8. I missed those. One miss. That would be 9. All right, so the forward for Turkey was able to tag the striker who was having the occasional trouble. So it is now the drone, purple drone with the red flag, scoring for Turkey. See, they get some points on the board against one of the best keepers in the USA, not giving them any room to get through. Whoa, there they go. Pulled a fast one. Get their first goal. That's 1, right? 1 minute remaining. Oh, they took the keeper out of position. Can they score here? We wanted our students to have a chance to fly against the best. They got 3. Seconds remaining. They're leaving that goal undefended now as they lost a few drones on the ground. And that board sneak an extra goal in here at the end. It looks like it might be out of juice. I think that might be it for the match here. 3, 2, 1. And that's the game. 3 goals against some of the best drone pilots in the USA. Good job, guys. Go ahead and disarm your drones. All right. Excellent flying. Excellent little match against those teams. Great flying. All right, we're going to take a quick drink intermission. It is hot here in Florida. Heard on the radio it's the hottest time of year for the first time in like 100 years that it's been this hot this early. I was told it would be in the 70s. When I left Colorado, it was snowing. So quite a shock for those of us coming from the mountains. All right, so we're going to take a quick break here. Our game, Puerto Rico versus Turkey, will begin at 5 p.m. But right now, the Blue Angels are flying, so I recommend that if you guys want to catch the Blue Angels, you go do that. You got about 15 minutes to watch the Blue Angels, and then get back here for 5 p.m. Puerto Rico versus Turkey, okay? I recommend you take a walk behind this tree line where you can see a clear shot of the Blue Angels demonstration team.
Hey, Amelia.
We're going to take a 15-minute break for the Blue Angels and make sure everybody gets a chance to see them.
Excuse me, love. You're like right in front of the camera. I'm sorry.
All right, that Blue Angels break was lucky as both teams had to do some significant repairs during that interval to get all their drones ready. All right, we're back from the break. For round number 2, we'll have Puerto Rico versus Turkey for this next round of battle. How are the Blue Angels? Good? What's that every day saying? You don't see that every day. And these teams helping each other out is great to see. We're in Puerto Rico just a few more minutes to finish up their repairs. All right, Puerto Rico team is getting their batteries and just about ready to go. Just about to get started with the second round of the Drone Soccer World Cup. Puerto Rico versus Turkey. We're getting our drones up on stage. All right, we're going to do about 1 minute until we are flying. number one of Puerto Rico versus Turkey. These two teams met yesterday in a close contest. It's very likely that the winner of this game will go to the championship round. For those of you walking by, drone soccer is a flying robotics competition. It is full contact, head-to-head. These teams are playing with drones in protected cages designed to collide against the other team. Team Turkey, or Turkey A, is excited. They're motivated. Puerto Rico looking serious over there. All right, this one is a very important match for both teams. Both teams here, relatively new teams, haven't had many opportunities to compete this year. They're both very hungry to win this round and see who will move ahead into the championship. Missing the referees. Is this the right one? We go. Found it. All right, we're in. We're ready. Pilots ready, glasses on. You ready? Teams are ready. We have 3 minutes on the clock. This is set number one of this important contest. Judges ready? All right, 3, 2, 1, go. They're in the air. Oh, looks like we're losing some connectivity on the Turkey striker. They're back in the air again. Is it happening again? Puerto Rico needs to tag. Needs to touch the ground. All right, so both forwards for both teams. What's the score there? All right, Turkey pulled ahead with the first goal. Both teams lost their strikers. Turkey's up by 1. Can Puerto Rico get to the goal? They even it up 1-1 with 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Puerto Rico gets the second goal here. Can Turkey answer in time? Both teams taking a beating. 1 minute remaining. 2-1. The Turkey forward, so close to scoring. Defense holding position, 45 seconds left. They got one. Oh, Turkey scores 3-2, 33 seconds left. Hey, is it 3? 3-2? 5? 5-3, 20 seconds. 5-3. 5-3, 18 seconds. 10 seconds left. There we go, that's time. That's time. I missed the countdown clock. That's time. Go ahead and land. We can confirm with our judges here what the final score was. I missed a couple there in the beginning.
That was intense.
All right, after some debate here, worked it out. So we had a score of Puerto Rico 6 to Turkey 5. So 1 goal difference here for set number 1. All right. We're doing a quick scramble, easing up through the striker forward is over for Turkey. Puerto Rico also lost that striker. All right, both teams are scrambling to get ready. That was very close to set number 1. Got about 3 minutes to get ready for set number 2. All right, are we ready? Set number 2. All right, they have done their best to fix everything here, and it's very consequential. Set number 2. They worked on the strategy. With these evenly matched teams, this match will likely determine who moves ahead. A lot on the line. Turkey must win this set to stay alive in the match. If Puerto Rico wins, then they can put an early end to match number 2. Referees are getting their drones plugged in. Got some serious coaching going on both sides. Changing up the strategies. So we noticed this last time around that teams can take different strategies. Their forward is their backup striker. Now this forward can either go block for their goal scoring striker or hang back and help out more on the defensive side. And that's the decision these teams have to make. Do they want to be aggressive and go block, or do they want to stack the defense? And in these evenly matched, low-scoring bouts, it is all about the defense and not giving them an open shot to the goal. So we'll see what strategies they take here. Looks like Puerto Rico's ready. All right. These guys are getting out. All right, this is set number 2, Puerto Rico versus Turkey. You ready? Pilots, arm your drones. 3, 2, 1, fly. Looks like both teams are able to get their strikers in the air. Oh, the striker from Puerto Rico takes the spill. Looks like they're still able to fly. 15 seconds in, we see both teams make a run at the goal. Oh, Puerto Rico is so close to scoring the first match. Oh, some excellent shots from Puerto Rico. Good defense holding them off. Turkey striker is trying to get oriented. Puerto Rico defense not giving them a chance to get steady. First goal by Puerto Rico. Turkey's making a run. Can they get an answering goal here? Oh, bounce off the back plate. Oh, Turkey's so close to scoring. Defense is holding their position steady now. Giving them a very difficult time. Can they get it? Oh, Turkey answers 1-1. 1 minute and 30 seconds. It is tied 1-1 as these strikers are struggling. Puerto Rico's in the air. Oh, they lost the battery. Puerto Rico.
Did you send a request to go live? I'll put you on. Just gotta send me the request. Yeah, if you wanted to come,
Now
you
the
could have been
turkey score
recording
here.
as well.
Scores with the dramatic battery hanging loose. Oh, but they're out.
This is Instagram.
Puerto Rico scored, right? 15 seconds left. I think both the striker and the forward for Turkey are out. They lost their battery. Playing some solid defense. We're going to get the final count from the judges.
Right way, it's gonna come up in
Final
the
count from the
video,
judges.
and you'll be on the same
We had
thing.
2 for Turkey. How many did we get? Final score?
Okay, we got 10 more minutes. There you go. There you
Final
go.
score is 6.
Now you're a reporter. You're a reporter too.
6 for the final score for Puerto Rico. We had one penalty here. So they had a penalty there. Okay. All right, so we have one penalty against Turkey, so that'll be awarded to Puerto Rico then. The final score is 7-2. Man, if that battery had held in, so close. All right, so that is confirmed. Yep. So that was the conclusion now of match number 2 with Puerto Rico winning 2-0 sets. Very close. I was just telling the Turkey striker that with that battery hanging out, he was able to score and even up the match, which could have been decisive. But unfortunately, his battery did fall off, and they weren't able to get their forward back in the air, so they were stuck playing defense only, and that allowed Puerto Rico to get a few goals to pull ahead. Incredibly foolish for that first minute and a half. As a awesome finish. So Turkey will go again to play the USA team. But right now we're going to break for dinner. So we have subs for all of our students. All right, so right after this, we're going to have Turkey versus USA. But we're going to do dinner first. So for all of our students, we have a sub in the back for our students. So you guys are going to play at 6.
Still got 36.
All right, we're putting our meals out to our teams right now. At 6 p.m., we will have USA versus Turkey at 6 p.m. All right, I'm going to get in line.
All right, put your drone up. We got till 6. We play at 6.
Huh? We play at 6. Tune in at 6. He followed on my phone.
FBD1.
Let's go CSA. Let's go CSA. That's crazy. Jay Dornan. He followed on my. Oh my God! There's 2 people watching. Oh my God! This is utterly beautiful. No camera. It's a beautiful.
Stop touching it.
Look at you.
Buradayız hocam. Çocuklar, Irmak, durun. Haydi, yemek saati hadi. Irmak hadi.
Emin Bey nerede?